Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News Business. I'm Elliot Bullman. Let's start with today's show. Gathered in the city of Toru, Poland, 5 students from UNAM, 1 from Tec de Monterrey and 1 from IPN will participate in research that seeks to help humans live and work on the Martian surface in the future. In total, 25 people will form the Mission Support Center who will work with the crew 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The crew is also made up of teams from Puerto Rico, Israel, Spain, France, India, the United States and Nigeria. Mexico's Danton Balsadua and Walter Calles will collaborate on the project titled Remote Monitoring of Vital Signs. This is a monitor vest that will be tested to measure the health and other issues facing the astronaut. Carlos Salicrup will serve as medical leader of the analog mission, while Yair Pina will be a backup astronaut and provide support and assistance to astronauts from the control room. The Space Generation Advisory Council is concentrated almost 350 kilometers from Warsaw, where the habitat is where they'll work and record their experiences. The Analogous Mars project in Poland will be a simulated mission of the planetary surface of the Moon and the Red Planet, which will last 2 weeks. The first 3 days will be in lunar mode, while the rest of the mission will be in Mars mode. In other headlines, with only 2 weeks remaining until the renegotiation of the NAFTA agreement, Mexico has defined the issues it wishes to address to the administration of Donald Trump and the Canadian government. The Mexican government will call for trade openness between the 3 trade partners, but it will also suggest that the United States and Canada will discuss labor systems and anti-corruption measures, according to an official document quoted by El Financiero. In the document, Priorities of Mexico in the Negotiations for the Modernization of the North American Free Trade Agreement, the Mexican government explains its intention to analyze these issues with the administration of President Donald Trump. Social organizations such as the Center for Migrant Rights had warned that leaving the renegotiation outside the labor issue violated the rights of migrants in the United States. Now, the Mexican government will promote this issue in renegotiation. They'll focus on strengthening compliance with national provisions and international commitments in labor matters, says the document quoted by El Financiero. In addition to the labor system, Mexico will seek to establish measures against acts of corruption that may affect trade and investment, and the intention to defend the impartial system of dispute settlement stipulated in Chapter 19 of NAFTA. In the document of the intentions of the Trump government in the renegotiation of NAFTA, it was proposed to eliminate Chapter 19, which establishes a mechanism for the settlement of disputes regarding anti-dumping and countervailing duties. Mexico, the United States and Canada will hold the first round of negotiations of the modernization of NAFTA from the 16th to the 20th of August in Washington. Moving on. An economist at Swiss bank UBS said that the Latin American economies are slow to grow with the exception of Mexico. However, it's the only country in Latin America where inflation is well above the target. Growth in Latin American economies this year has been slower than expected, with the exception of Mexico, which has posted better growth rates than economists anticipated. According to Rafael de la Fuente, an economist at Swiss bank UBS, the recession in Brazil and Argentina has taken longer than expected, while growth has also disappointed in the Andean region. According to the economist, the only country where today's growth is stronger than the bank predicted is Mexico, which seems to be leaving behind the uncertainty of US-related policies and seeing a more balanced growth profile. As for inflation and the monetary policy of the Bank of Mexico, UBS indicated that Mexico is the only country in Latin America where inflation is well above the target and continues to rise. However, the economist believes that inflation is likely to reach a turning point and fall back quickly next year, opening up the possibility of monetary easing already in the first half of 2018. And finally, let's check the markets. The Mexican peso increased 0.24% to 17.85 from 17.81 in the previous trading session. IPC Mexico increased 0.03% to 51,213 from 51,200 in the previous trading session. This was all for today. Thank you for staying with us. I'm your host, Elliot Bullman. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and log on to MexicoNewsNetwork.com for more information on Mexico and the world. Until next time.